of school. Oh, it's not quite summer here, but it's, it's at least 70 degrees here. April.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello, sir. Oh, welcome to the Outer Banks. It's spring break time. Woo!
Spring break, but I've been on the inner banks the entire time. It's winter there.
Oh, well, the coastal flooding makes it much colder on the mainland. Over here, it's almost summer. I mean, it's almost 70 degrees, and we're crazy, so we go swimming now. It's only 50 in the water, but
Swimming? This sounds magical. All I've been doing is been eating ice cubes. It's all I have for food.
Oh my goodness. Well, sir, let me get you a meal here. I have a whole bunch of chicken nuggets. I just came back from McDonald's. It's a 20-piece. I'll give you one or two to share.
Chicken nuggets?
Yeah, have some chicken nuggets.
You must be the king of these Outer Banks.
Well, I'm kind of, a big man on campus at the high school, but
High school?
Yeah, you guys have school on the Inner Banks, don't you?
Only until 3rd grade. We learn to read, and that's it.
Oh, you must be one of those fishermen I heard so much about from the mainland.
Yeah, yes. We only fish inwards, where the water can't get to us.
Oh, well, you're missing out on all the big catch, You gotta branch out. They have huge fish when you get out here.
Then why am I eating chicken nuggets? Give me your fish!
Rotate.
Oh, hello, good sir.
Oh, hello. Hello. Listen, hey, hi. I didn't really expect to be any British out here. We were here to, have some tea too. We want to have some tea. Yeah. Hello, sir.
Oh, yes. Welcome to my ship. I brought it over from England today.
I'm so glad you're here. You're having tea at 2 in the morning. That's great.
Yes, it's always tea time for us Brits.
Oh, awesome. How you like them apples, huh? All right, hey, since you're here, listen, do you mind if we share some of your tea? I got a whole bunch of friends overboard in that little boat. If I just start throwing them some crates?
I mean, I don't think that's acceptable. I mean, it would be a dishonor to my family, I think, and to the Queen,
Oh, well, we're helping you unload, We're getting a head start on, why wait till daytime to get the cargo off the ship,
Fine. This is what we'll do. You can do that, but you have to pay me to do that.
Oh.
The honor of loading off Her Royal Majesty's tea.
Rotate.
I have here an extra crumpet.
Rotate.
Oh, sorry.
Get out of here, you British.
Oh, how dare you! There ain't enough room for the two of us here.
No.
Get out.
Okay, well, I'm very happy to see you, Bathilda. It's been years.
It has been years, that's very true, but I think you are over yonder. I haven't seen you in ages.
I know. Well, I was looking for the gold. I was trying to get gold for our family, to make it big.
Well, I don't think you did a very good job because we ain't got no gold.
No, I kept on looking, but I just kept on finding rocks and water and
Rocks don't pay the bills.
No, rocks. I tried using rocks to pay the bills, and the tax collector said, "No way. We don't take no rocks around here."
I don't even know what to say. I think you need to go back over yonder and find that gold and bring it back here so we can live like queens and kings.
Matilda.
Okay.
Welcome to Greenhouse Academy. Oh, where'd you go, student? Come back out.
So sorry, I was busy tending to my flowers.
Ah, yes.
I do have this succulent here, it's not doing very well, so I need to tend to it. Perhaps I can learn about it in the Greenhouse Academy.
Yes, of course, because here we study botany. There's nothing more suspicious going on. Who said anything about spies?
I don't know.
Rotate.
So good news, I caught the fish.
You got a fish?
Yeah, I think it makes me the king, right?
Yeah, I've been throwing my line in here for 3 hours trying to teach you how to fish. I haven't caught a thing yet.
Ah, the student becomes the master.
Oh my goodness, you Interbanks people are better than you say. You've been playing fool here, but who's the fool now?
Did you just call me a fool?
No, I think I just called
Go
myself.
inside! You go to the Interbanks!
Okay. Rotate.
Well, you, sir, have disgraced my family. You cannot just throw the tea overboard. How dare you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm more of a coffee drinker. It's a protest thing. I'm sorry. You know, in America here, we're gonna drink coffee. We're deciding that tea just isn't cutting it.
Sometimes you just need a cuppa, and the cuppa is a cup of tea, okay? Not the cup of coffee.
Oh, I thought you were saying you're going to call the coppers. I'm sorry. I thought you were going to call the coppers on me because I was getting a little nervous. You know, we're just trying to do a friendly protest here. No one's supposed to get hurt.
What has to happen is a duel. You, sir, I challenge to a duel.
Rotate. Oh, sorry.
Oh, Mathilda, I got the gold. I came back. I got the gold.
Eureka! You did? That's great.
All I had to do was live in a cave for 3 years, all right? And by living in the cave became my friend and told me where the gold was.
Really?
Yeah, the
That's
rocks
so.
talked to me, Bathilda. The rocks talked to me.
That's great. Whatever works, honey.
Well, I'm very glad I was able to do this for the family. Oh, there's so many more. There's children's now.
Well, I think you made a big difference in the lives of the family. Perhaps now you need to take care of yourself.
I mean, I'm fine, and he's fine, and he's fine.
Right.
I keep on my
Rotate.
odd.
Well, Haley.
Hello.
Oh, how was your tea?
Oh, lovely. But I have to say, my succulents are not doing well still.
Yes. It's almost as if someone's poisoning them.
Oh, you think?
I do.
Who could be doing that?
You know who I blame? Rex.
Not Rex.
Oh, yes. He's always out there in the yard trying to pretend he's photosynthesizing. I don't buy it.
I don't either.
Rotate. I've been in the Inner Banks for too long. I've become a fur trader.
Yeah, that's some nice furs.
I got me some rats, and I got me some moles.
I'll give you a chicken nugget for them. Chicken nuggets?
Oh,
you want it?
Been so long. Rotate.
Well, good sir, I accept that you're angry, and yes, we have taken advantage of you. But I mean, can't we work this out?
Hey, I'm ready for a duel. I'm not gonna have my shot.
Rotate.
Why can't I have a music?
Don't be back!
I got an HBO special.
Rotate.
They have to fear you. Oh, Bathilda! Bathilda, where are you?
Sorry, honey. I was out milking the cows. I missed
Talking
you.
about the Shrek Fiona.
Hilda, are you turning green? What's happening? Just because of the moonlight, now you're turning green, Bathilda. I leave you for 15 years and this is what's happened?
I'm so sorry. Things have changed since you've been gone.
Clearly. I don't know what to do with this.
Blah.
Rotate.
I must say, Haley, ever since you got rid of Rex, your rotunda looks so splendid.
Thank you very much. I try. I like it for the garden parties.
I'm a donkey.
Excuse me, I'm a donkey.
Taxi.
No!
Set us up a face. Now I'm a believer. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Miss Sheehan. Yeah, nice job. Get that fan a contract. Nice job. All right, we're going to do one last little game here called World's Worst. We're going to present the world's worst person to do some jobs, some occupations. But down in the chat there, if you guys give me some jobs, maybe something you want to be when you grow up, something you never want to be when you grow up. Maybe a job you have now that you wish you didn't have, or any activity you might do on the weekend. Once we're allowed to leave the house, some activity, some events, reason to celebrate. Surgeon, awesome. Bioanthropologist, I love it. Oh man, you're going to challenge some actors on that.
Actor.
What's an author? Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, you know what? We have a few things here.
Actor.
Oh, what's that? Actor?
Actor.
Acting. Thank you. All right, we're gonna do. World's worst. I don't think we've done this in a long time.
Hello, Mike.
World's worst samurai. World's worst samurai. And when I go, bzz, that means I get the idea. We'll get a few of these. We'll jump around. But let's show us the world's worst samurai. All right, they'll never see me hiding behind this flagpole. I'll catch them by surprise. Oh.
Look at my new sword work.
Hey guys, check it out. I got a new weapon. It's my cat, Anna. My new cat, Anna. Katana? Never mind.
Welcome to Benihana. I will be your hibachi grillist. My name is Evan Schultz. I know this is awkward seeing me doing her, but I needed the job very badly.
World's worst. Yeah, we can switch this up here. World's worst actress. That'd be fun. World's worst fashion designer. World's worst fashion designer. Go ahead, Sam.
I present to you the most expensive dress made with the finest materials. You see, a roll of toilet paper, and I've wrapped it around the body. $9 million.
World's worst fashion designer.
Darling, I see what you're wearing, but it's literally a bedsheet, honey. And that will not work in the house of Head-On, all right? Get out of here! Thank you.
Let me tell you my resume. Lady Gaga, and I was the one behind the Emperor's New Clothes. And so help yourself. World's worst fashion designer. One more. How about a world? Oh, we got a bunch of things here. Let's see here. World's worst. There was one up there I had before. World's worst paramedic. World's worst EMS paramedic.
EMT.
EMT. Thank you. I was thinking emergency services. I think in some districts they call it EMS, emergency medical staff. Emergency medical staff. Go ahead, Sam.
Woo!
Hey! I know you can look. I just really like the siren. Woo! Woo! Woo!
Beater, 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 banana. Beater, 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 beater. That's more firemen, I guess.
You want me to give from mouth to mouth? We're just friends.
All right, so since this is my first day and all, I'm just gonna wait in the car. That's cool, right? That's fine. I don't want to get dirty.
We'll get there when we get there. I don't want to get a traffic ticket.
Buzz.
Oh.
Buzz.
Right. World's worst paramedic.
All right, sir. I know you're bleeding right now, and this is a hard time. But can you please go on the app and put in your location destination, because otherwise I'm not gonna get paid for this lift. So we got to figure that out.
All right, down there. I'm coming. I'll be there any second there. All right, guys. Remember, 1, 2, 3, then pull. Whee! Uh-oh, we're off target. Ah!
Confusion. All right, we got the oxygen. Ooh, this stuff is good. You can breathe on your own, right?
All right, so I have to give compressions. The only way I know how to do this is the way I was taught. Ha, 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 staying alive, staying alive.
Taxi! Yo! Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one last time for your cast this evening. Put your hands together for Evan, Sam, Miss Sheehan. Give it up, give it up, give it up. My name's Walter, folks. We'll see you guys next time. Woo! If you guys had a good time, check it out. We have our website. Give it up for Miss Sheehan one last time.
Oh, did you bring it? Milton, did you bring it today?
Richard, of course I brought it.
I'm so excited. You've been telling me about this for weeks and weeks, but you've never brought it to the camera.
Well, you haven't earned the right to see it yet. This is a very special lizard. Hi, lizard. He just said something to me. You know what he said? He said,
Chicken nuggets.
the chicken nuggets.
I love chicken nuggets. I love chicken nuggets. This is what I'm saying. Me and the lizard are like best friends forever. I mean, the first time you told me about your lizard, all I thought was,
Oof.
oof.
Yeah, Richard, that's the problem. You get too excited. If the lizard sees you too excited, the lizard is going to turn
Yellow.
yo.
Oh, but that's cool. That's really cool. A lot of lizards change colors. I learned this in school. They're called
Geckos.
geckos.
Yeah, and they save you on car insurance. But let's get back to the chicken nuggets. If you don't
Oh, sorry about that. Sometimes when I think really hard, my nose just makes weird noises.
Yeah, I love it when you snort. It means you're full of glee. But the point is, if you don't get my lizard some chicken nuggets to eat, he is going to
be mad.
He's going to be mad.
I don't want him mad. I don't want him mad. But luckily, I always have a stockpile of chicken nuggets. I always keep at least 3 dozen chicken nuggets in my
Freezer.
freezer. So I just gotta heat them up.
Okay. Wait, you don't need to heat him up. My lizard can breathe fire. Yeah. Yeah.
That makes my mind
Blow.
blow.
That sounds messy.
Yeah, it is.
I've been training my lizard to do all sorts of things. It can breathe fire. It can fly. It can
Eat rats.
eat rats. But it prefers chicken nuggets, surprisingly. So get out your frozen chicken nuggets.
Oh, right now. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, I have them here. They're
Great.
just a little
Cold.
cold, obviously. They're cold. I told you about that before.
Okay, so now, to get my lizard to breathe fire, I just have to say the secret magic word. That word is
Onomatopoeia.
onomatopoeia. And it says flame.
I like it.
All right, onomatopoeia, lizard.
Oh, they're so
Stinky.
stinky, I think is what I got.
Stinky.
They're so stinky. They're burnt.
Okay, burnt chicken nuggets are his favorite. Now we just need the special dipping sauce. Now I like ranch, and I know you like barbecue, but lizards like different weird flavors of dipping sauces. This lizard likes
Blue cheese.
blue
Toast.
cheese. Gross.
Gross. So gross. I can't with that.
Okay, so are you ready? Do you have blue cheese?
Yes. I just have to pull it out of my
Refrigerator.
refrigerator.
Taxi! Thank you, Daquan. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how we play Human Mad Libs. All right. For our next game here, Evan is going to MC a wonderful game called Switch. Take it away, Evan.
All right. So what I need from our audience here is some of like your favorite fairy tale stories or like mythological stories that you've heard of growing up, and go ahead and write that in the chat box. So we're gonna play the switch game. Basically, I have control of the actors. So Walt and Sam will be doing a scene, and at any time I can say the word switch. When I say the word switch, they're going to have to switch up the last thing they said, or the last noise they made, or the last movement they did. All right? Okay, cool. So it looks like we got a lot of little, some great suggestions here. I'm going to say, all right, so this scene, okay, so this scene is called The Avatar's Box. The Avatar's Box. Avatar's Box. All right, combine Avatar and Pandora's Box. Avatar's Box. So I've been watching a lot of Avatar on Netflix recently, so I'm definitely going with that. All right, so here we go. The Avatar's Box in 3, 2, 1. Take it away.
Hey.
Yeah.
You're standing weird.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to pose and figure out how I want my new avatar to look like. I'm trying to be like, like this. It's my new Facebook avatar. This is how I want it to look like, you know, in that little box.
Switch.
This is how I want it to look like when it comes into real life.
Switch.
This is how I want it to look like when I send it to all my friends annoyingly, like 20 times an hour.
Yep.
Oh, okay. It looks like you're eating hot dogs.
That's what I was going for.
It looks like you're trying to ingest wind.
Oh, switch what he's ingesting.
It looks like you're ingesting your own bad breath. Oh. Yeah, you're getting too much of your own bad breath.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I haven't brushed my teeth much in quarantine. This is the first time out in 2 months. Yeah.
Cover your mouth!
Sorry.
You learned nothing!
Switch.
Cover your mouth! Get that bad breath back in, it's so flavorful!
Switch.
Cover your mouth! Now cover your ears! Now cover your eyes! Simon didn't say, you lost! Oh, I thought we were doing a monkey see, monkey hear, monkey do kind of thing. Because, you know, I think that'd be a good look for the avatar. I can make myself look like a monkey.
It's clear to me you've never seen a monkey.
It's been a while. I haven't gone out of the house in 2 months. I forget what everything looks like.
Let me show you, because I mastered the monkey.
I haven't left the house in 2 months. I forget what everything smells like.
Switch.
I haven't left the house in 2 months. I forgot everything. What's my name?
Okay.
Who are you? Where am I?
Let's start with the basics. You are Frank. I am Delano.
Oh.
And we together are the Roosevelts.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. I've always wanted to be royalty.
Switch your life goal.
I've always wanted to be a synchronized swimmer.
Switch your life goal.
I've always wanted to be frank with most people. I usually kind of skirt around the subject.
Yeah.
So, of course, let's get back to the point at hand. We're making the avatars for our detective agency.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were being literal. The point at hand. I'm sorry. I'm new at this. I forgot everything.
Okay.
Taxi!
Yo! Taxi. All right, let's get evidence, Sam. We're going to do a little game here called objections. In the chat there, I need a strange thing to argue about, a debate. Not like a normal political debate or something depressing like that. More like a Coke versus Pepsi, apples versus something else, chips versus crisps, apples versus something. What do you think? Antoine, add apples versus what? Add something onto that there. Yo! Uh-oh, apples versus chips. You know, when you go to Subway and other places, you have to choose healthy or not to be healthy, and I understand it. So we're going to do a debate, and you'll see how this works. From time to time, we'll object. We're going to pretend to be lawyers for the next 3 or 4 minutes, and whoever's left at the end of this debate will be the winner. So without further ado, chips versus apples.
All right, I'd like to start this.
Sure.
All right, so, I mean, come on. That's an obvious choice. Chips are always better. I mean, apples, yeah, they have a little crisp, but chips have the crunch. You know, you can get them in different flavors.
Objection.
Yes, Sam.
If you dehydrate apples, you can make apple chips.
Objection. But dehydrated apples are more chewy than crispy. I mean, I feel like I've almost. Oh yes, Evan.
I made them once, and I never thought they were done because they didn't look crispy enough. So I kept on putting them in over and over again, and I got them crispy. I mean, they were burnt, but they were crispy.
Objection. So you're admitting to murder of some apples, basically. You destroy these apples. This is
Objection.
a homicide.
If you eat apples, you're murdering them.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if we consume them, you cannot think of all the things that we use as murder because otherwise you would never do anything. I'm moving through air. I might be murdering.
Objection.
Evan.
What else would you do with an apple?
Oh. Go ahead, Sam.
On top of your brother's head and practice archery skills, according to the legend. That's what
Or objection. You could just sit under a tree and wait for it to fall on you and hopefully rediscover gravity. I mean, we have time on our hands. I can wait for gravity.
Are you talking about the tree falling on you or the apple?
Either one describes out. Either one is gravity, pretty much.
Well, I think if a tree falls on you, that might be closer to murder. You got to be careful.
Objection.
Yes, Evan.
Would that tree be held responsible for falling on Walter? I mean, if I was a tree and I saw Walter, I'd probably want to fall on him too. I mean, you can't hold the tree responsible for that. It is a logical thing to do.
Sam?
I mean, I cannot argue with the logic of trees falling on you, but I think it is important to see how the tree fell. If I chopped a tree and it fell on Walter, then I would be to blame. But if the tree decided, or the good Lord decided to fall on Walter, I think then we're blameless.
I object. I like to think that I would be able to get out of the way of the tree as much as I love chips.
I have seen you move and trip on stairs.
Objection. I've lost 70 pounds. I lost 80. I gained 10 back. I've lost almost 70 pounds. I gained about 12 back. Almost 70 pounds in the past year.
I don't think you realize how much weight you gained back. Even this story keeps changing unless you're constantly eating during this scene, in which case you've gained 2 pounds in the last 20 seconds.
Objection. That brings us back to chips, which I'm sure Walter is eating currently.
Objection. I personally do not like potato chips, believe it or not.
Objection.
Or Doritos.
It is wrong of you to assume that all chips are potato chips. There are corn chips, tortilla chips,
apple chips.
Apple chips. There's that.
Objection. I actually believe, despite you shouldn't assume just because I am overweight that I prefer fattening food. I actually prefer the apple. I prefer healthy options. I just tend to eat way too many of them. Oh yes, Sam. Go ahead. All right, Evan.
Does that make you a serial murderer? Because I believe you said earlier eating an apple is murder.
Objection, no, but I think eating way too much cereal may qualify for that because I've been eating a lot of oatmeal lately.
Objection, what if it is apple crisp cereal?
And taxi, I can't argue with that. I think we have Sam's the winner here. All right. I need 2 more audience volunteers. I think we already said Lewis, right? And anybody else in the chat there volunteer? We're gonna have Lewis come to the stage. And I need one more. Let me see. Who wants to jump in there? Mackenzie? All right, Mackenzie, get in here. Mackenzie and Lewis, why don't you join us in this scene? And Sam, do I have you emceeing this one?
You sure do.
Go ahead. I'll let you take it over.
Great. So this is a game called Sound Effects. So we have our 2 volunteers. We have Lewis and Mackenzie. And how this works is you guys are going to make the sound effects for our actors, turning the scene into like a movie presentation. So we're just going to quick practice that. Let's start with Lewis. one of the actors might say something like, "Oh, look over there, that angry barking dog." Then you, Lewis, will make the noise of the angry barking dog.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you want me to do that now?
Yeah. Amazing. And Mackenzie, another actor might say, "Oh, look over that happy meowing kitty cat." You guys are rock stars. So, Lewis, I'm going to have you in charge of Walt. So you're going to make sounds for everything he does. And Mackenzie, you're going to be in charge of Evan, all right?
Okay.
Perfect. And then you can just make any sort of sounds. They're going to have to justify whatever weird sounds you might make. Now, from everybody else, what I need from you is, what is your favorite imaginary creature? Anybody? Type it in the chat. Ooh. These are wonderful.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just for old people. All emojis show up as squares.
That's just you. You got to update your software. Great. So this is going to be a scene called Casper the Friendly Phoenix. Casper the Friendly Phoenix. A scene with Walt and Evan. Lewis Mackenzie, you ready?
Yeah.
Great. Begin.
Casper,
Oh,
you've
yes.
gotten out of your cage again.
Oh, yes, Bartholomew. I needed to feel the wind in my feathers. Listen to it blowing out there.
Oh,
Little short
Casper,
breaths.
Casper.
Oh, there it goes. Whoa!
That is unacceptable, Casper. You know the rules. You know what I must do now. I will play the song you hate the most. Here we go.
I hate
All right,
the
that's
Justin
it.
Bieber song.
That's it. That's just a little bit of bad boy music.
Oh, no, I can't. Oh, no, my ears are hurting so much. My brain is throbbing. You can hear it. It's throbbing so hard.
Boop, 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 boop.
Got a better beat than my heart does. I'll give it that.
I mean, I'm sorry, Casper, but we have rules for a reason.
Okay, all right, fine. I will listen to all your rules, and I will just perch over here and nibble on my beak. And my talons.
All right. Well, before I
I gotta nibble on my talons first.
Okay, well, you keep nibbling away. Before I get to the rules, I want to open this nice can of Coca-Cola. Hold on.
Go.
No, whoa, it was a kangaroo. Who
Oh
knew?
my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is Bartholomew. I came here to make a huge announcement, and I have it here on my sound machine. I pre-recorded it because I was afraid I was going to get nervous. Here's my huge announcement that I've got to make to everybody. And I want you to let me know if it sounds good enough to, you can be my editor kind of thing. All right, let me play it.
You will go to
Today, you all will fall to my knees.
I'm going for megalomania. What do you think?
I mean, I am very nervous right now after listening to that. My heart is beating so fast you can hear it.
Bartholomew, you sound dangerous. I think I need to give you a little CPR.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever had done to me through Zoom.
Taxi! Great job, Lewis and Mackenzie.
All right, we're gonna bring Ms. Sheehan up here, and we're gonna ask. Should I call you Ms. Sheehan? Is that the best, most appropriate? What do the kids students know you as?
Yeah, Miss Sheehan is great.
Awesome. I should have asked you before the show, but I don't.
That's
think
okay.
I'm an
That's what
improv.
everybody calls him.
So, all right, we're going to do a game called Foursquare, and basically what's going to happen, Miss Sheehan is going to do some improv. And we're going to do 4 scenes in rotation. And every time somebody says rotate, the next group of people will come over and join the scene. So Evan and Sam, why don't you join us real quick? And I think I have the order here. Sam and Evan are going first, right? Oh, no, Sam and I, right? Where's my order here? Yeah, there it is. Oh, there it is. Sam and I. So I need a couple suggestions for scenes. Maybe throw down some locations, maybe some vacation spots, offices or places you might want to go or never want to go. Just start throwing stuff down in there. Also, maybe a period in history, a famous historical period, and maybe a relationship, how 2 people might know each other. Outer Banks. I just finished the Netflix series. All right. So let's, all right, Sam and I are in the Outer Banks. Let's do that. Sam and I are in the Outer Banks. And then the next scene is Evan and I. Let's see here. Evan and I are actually at the Boston Tea Party, or something to do with the Boston Tea Party. We'll see what that's about. And then we have Evan and Megan are going to do a scene. Miss Sheehan and Evan and Miss Sheehan are in the Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West. Yeah. And then we have Sam and Miss Sheehan are going to do the Greenhouse Academy. Interesting. We'll see what that's about. All right. So Sam and I, what are we doing?
We are doing Outer Banks.
Outer Banks. And then Evan and I?
Boston Tea Party.
And then Evan and Miss Sheehan?
Wild Wild West.
Wild West.
Miss Sheehan and Sam.
Greenhouse Academy.
Awesome. And then pop in when it's your turn to do a scene. You guys can start, Evan, Miss Sheehan, you can stop your video for now, but then pop in when it's your turn to do a scene. And we're going to start with Outer Banks.
Well, did you explain this game to Miss Sheehan?
I think I did. We're going to rotate, and every time we rotate, and next time we come around with a scene, you can pick it up right where you left off or sometime in the future. But every time you come around, it's the same scene every time you rotate back around.
Okay.